Hirsch is now a puddle of flesh lying in the hallway.
A meat puddle. It's so upsetting.
McWhirr, you're up.
So my first action is immediately to run around the corner for cover.
Yep. So that'd be your fast action.
And then my slow action is to run like a bitch. Can I make it down to the end of this next hallway?
Yes, you can get down to the hall, but that'll be it. There you go.
Literally just probably screaming bloody murder the whole way.
Okay, 4 is this other alien that's continuing to run north. Can probably get to here. Cannot get past the other one, so it just kind of runs up there. Bringing us to Singleton.
Singleton's gonna run as far as Singleton can run. I don't know where that would be exactly, Michael.
Yeah, we're just gonna, for you guys that are kind of out of the base encounter right here, we're just gonna narratively explain. You're just kind of like running across the field. You know exactly where to go to get to this place, so you're just running there.
How far can I make it on the map though? Like
well, don't worry about the map. We're just gonna we're just using our mind for this. This is theater of the mind.
Okay, sure. So I'm hoofing it.
Yep, you're just hoofing it.
He is still in the building.
Really? I don't have a key and I'm a pilot? That's terrible.
Initiative 6 and 7. As this creature seems to give chase to McWhirr. Runs up to the corner. And just chases McWhirr. Cannot get to range to attack you yet. In one round. But good thing is, they have 2 initiatives. So as you're trying to run, McWhirr, you can hear scratching of feet. As this thing is just tearing its way behind you. Roll a d6 for me, McWhirr. Oh, head bite.
Uh-oh.
Head bite. The Xeno opens its outer jaws and its inner jaws lean out and lunge towards the target. 9 base dice attack. 2 successes. Do you have anything to mitigate this? Armor? Anything?
Let me take a look here. I don't think so, though.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I got nothing.
Nope. Its base damage is 2, but if it causes any damage, the victim is killed via critical injury number 64, which is crushed skull. Your story ends here. So as McCoy, you're rushing, you can hear it chasing, and then all of a sudden you feel this massive impact on the back of your head, and everything goes dark.
Picture she falls down, that key card just goes...
The key card just skitters across the floor. That's right.
Do I need a key card to get in the... Oh my god, do I have to go back in?
It's not our ship. We grabbed the key card to steal their ship.
Wait. Okay. I got the thing.
Right. McWhirr has expired. So we are on initiative 8, which is Sig.
I'm running. I am running out of the building. I'm going for the vehicle
you can actually
entrance.
Oh, you're going for the vehicle entrance?
Yeah. Running outside.
Okay.
To see if there's vehicles over here.
So basically what this is on the ground floor is, imagine like an underground garage where the sublevel was with garage doors, and a ramp. So you would be running down a ramp to a garage
Nope.
door?
Never mind.
Okay, I'm just making sure you knew what you were doing before you did it.
Running around that. I'm doing the long run.
Now you can see in the distance, you can see Singleton bolting towards the aircraft control place. Like she's going
Yep.
to the main gate.
I'm running right after Singleton.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Initiative count 9 is the other alien that is still up here and is just kind of rushing, like following this other alien. And they just like basically are gonna start dragging McCoy's body off. And what I'm going to do... Well, Holroyd, what would you like to do first before I make any calls on this?
So I just watched them run, and I imagine I kind of just like watched Hirsch get liquefied, and then like McCoy ran around,
and you watched them
then-
both
and
run
then,
around
like,
the corner.
and I'm like, yeah, no, I think we've. I gotta help the people who can survive, and I gotta hope that somebody made it out the door, because I don't know where anybody else went. So if I know that there's an exit to the building in this vicinity,
It's
like down
probably
the
the same
stairs
one I
here.
took.
Right, if I
Yeah.
knew that's there, which I didn't remember from before,
Yeah.
I would start making my way to take that.
Yeah, you can basically go down those steps there. And
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just move the whole player flag over to this level.
Sure.
So that way you guys can see.
Okay, the south lock. Okay.
South lock is where you would be headed towards. You couldn't exit yet on this turn, but you're right at the doorway. So you're basically
I'll
right.
just put myself there.
Yeah, you're right there. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take us out of initiative order because it seems as if everybody is clear of the immediate threat. If... I apologize. If McCoy wouldn't have shot the other person, you guys would have had another NPC to play as. But McCoy killed the NPC, then where you could have played if you were dead. So we'll have to see if you find any other NPCs along the way. So, Holroyd, are you trying to catch up with the group? Was that your intention, was to try to catch up with the remaining people that are outside?
I kind of figure people are running to the shuttle at this point, so
Yep.
I'm gonna run towards the shuttle. Whether or not there's any, I don't know that Sig just left from the same entrance I'm leaving.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you honestly, when
yeah.
you come out, you can see Sig like running towards Singleton.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And
Yeah,
you're
in
really
that case,
fast
if I
as a
can see
synthetic.
them- Yeah, so I'm gonna book it.
Yeah, you're booking it. Eventually, you catch right up to Sig, who's running as fast as he can. Doesn't have his lab coat anymore.
On the left.
On your
Mobility
left.
Mobility 2, agility 4. I'm a speedy boy.
So Sig is running. You guys are running. Eventually, Singleton looks like she's getting a little bit winded because she's been running for a long time now. And you guys do meet up at the main gate. Singleton can actually go ahead and she can type in some numbers, and the main gate opens up to where you guys can see the air traffic control center ahead of you, where presumably this ship has been docked. What do you do?
If we have, between the three of us, do we have any kind of credentials to like get into the ship right now? Like we can try.
We can
something.
try, but
Where's everybody else?
I don't know.
Somebody was turned into a pile of goo on the floor, and I kind of figured it wasn't worth. Like I watched two of those big guys just kind of.
Oh yeah,
Around
I
the
ran into
corner?
one of those.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, we left at the same entrance, so I'm glad you made it out.
Man.
So it's but yeah, it's we need to survive. We need to get off this planet now. So I'm gonna see if I can try something with the ship, and I'm gonna try my code on their ship to see if that works.
Okay, so you guys are headed into and trying to go into the docking bay area.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the docking bay area, and you do realize that the power of this facility has been shut off. It's no longer working. So it is rather dark. Now, there is emergency lighting that is engaged, run by backup generators that appear to be cascading this very dim kind of blue light in some areas. So you guys can see the silhouette of this shuttle, which Singleton, you would recognize as a Lockmart XL Star Cub. And you would know that its capacity is up to 20 people if you squeezed in. So it's not huge, but could carry that many people if you needed to.
Okay.
And you would also notice that it seems to be locked into the landing gear seems to be locked down to the landing bay. And you would know this is a feature of the lockdown of the building. When it gets put into lockdown, these things kind of like grab it and prevent it from being removed.
Okay, is there a panel to override lockdown anywhere nearby?
There are panels around. You can make an attempt to override the lockdown.
Zig,
Yep.
Zig,
What's up?
could you try to override the lockdown, or you, or
I can certainly try.
what is your like, what are we gonna do when we get out of this? Should we circle around the building, try to look for survivors? Like,
We should leave.
okay. Like right away, or do you think that they're still alive?
As soon as the thing starts to make noise, they're gonna come. That's been kind of like the running theme here.
Yeah. Well.
Well, let's
Okay.
first things first. Let's just try to get everything loose before we start firing things up and do our best. Can we access the ship? Like, can we walk to the ship even though we can't get it
Yeah.
hooked necessarily from
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
is?
you can get up to it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can open it up and get inside and,
Yeah, I'm gonna-
scope it out
Okay.
before anybody else goes in.
When you get
Okay.
closer, you realize that because the lockdown is engaged, there's no way for the landing, or there's no way for the loading ramp to lower because the locks are stopping it, preventing it from doing so.
Yeah, I'll try
Gotcha.
to open up one of these panels and try to disengage them if I can.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look for a main terminal that maybe is nearby that could
Yeah.
also disengage it. So
Okay, why don't I need a heavy machinery roll from Hallroyd and a Comtech roll from Sig.
how? How? I rolled 10 dice. I got no successes. How does this happen?
Sig, you, after working, you're just barely holding together. You're sweating profusely. You're looking at it, you're like, oh dang, where's my lab coat? And it's
I'm just noticing.
and you're just on the verge of panic, but you manage to override the lockdown procedure and unlatch the lockdown function, and it seems to disengage the lockdown altogether on the whole air traffic control place.
I'm in.
The power does not come back on, but you have disengaged the lockdown system here at the air traffic control center.
You're a scientist, Sig. What should we do with this information once we leave?
Who knows? Really? I'm sure document it. You know. Write a whole spiel about it.
I'm gonna try to shoot Sig in the head.
You're gonna try to shoot Sig in the head?
Yeah, I never put away my weapon. I'm gonna shoot Sig in the head.
Okay. Okay. I need you to first make an empathy roll.
Yes.
How
How do I click on the empathy?
I think
Dun,
you
dun,
just
dun.
I think you just have to roll those dice. You may have to. What's your empathy score?
3.
3. Do you have any skills that have a 0 from empathy in it?
Yes.
Okay, just click on that skill and we just look at the black dice. We don't worry about any panic or anything like that.
Oh.
You can fire. Make your ranged combat. Here's what I am gonna do. Even though, well, I will say you still have a -1 modification.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, go ahead and re-roll it with the -1. Okay, because you are at point blank.
So I just put in -1.
Yeah, just put a -1 in, and then roll it.
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's even better.
I can't get a success to save my life. You guys are just murking people with no issues.
Yeah.
So with
I am unconscious.
so
I'm
Holroyd,
broken.
you're broken. Holroyd, you over there working on something. You're frustrated. You're trying to undo this panel, and you just hear from the other side of the room and a big flash of light from a pistol. I need you to roll a D66 for me, as you are going to suffer 4 damage and a 55 critical injury, which is... Well, that doesn't make any sense. It says severed leg.
She missed.
She missed your head and hit you in the leg. It was dim light in here. She couldn't see. So it is considered a fatal injury, but you have... somebody has to heal you. If they don't heal you... What's that -1 do? You can't run, only crawl, and this is a permanent critical injury. Even if you are healed, you're never going to be able to recover your leg again. But you,
Stumpy.
but you're but you're laying there bleeding profusely. You are broken, so basically you're not unconscious, but you just kind of like you're in shock as this takes place.
I'm gonna walk up to the ship. And you said it's still locked?
It is still locked. Yes, you'd have to. It looks like there is a key card entry to the ship. With also a like a key and you can like enter a code in as well.
So, alright. What are you thinking?
And in the distance, over in the corner, you guys can just hear Sig going, "Oh!"
I'm not confident in my ability to answer that question safely, regardless of what comes out of my mouth right now, given what just transpired.
I'm gonna enter the ship and you're gonna let me.
As long as you leave, just be safe, and I'll try to like get up and I'll try to like hack open the door.
Okay.
So,
No, I mean leave my immediate vicinity and I'm gonna start. Leave my pistol around.
Oh,
Leave.
she's like pointing the pistol at you, telling you to get out of the way.
Yeah. Leave.
I mean, do you want the door open or?
I can open the door.
Oh, okay. I'll hold them off.
Thanks. I'll put in my card and enter the ship, I guess, like you said.
You put in your Wayland Yutani code. It flashes green, and the door
the only
begins.
thing I can do is crawl.
Yep. Hey, enter the
You
ship.
can only crawl, but when you're broken like you are, you don't have any actions.
I can't even crawl.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just sitting there like rolling on the ground, grabbing your leg that's bleeding profusely all over the ground, in the dim light of this chamber. Holroyd, you guys all can just hear moaning and groaning coming from Sig. And as this door opens, all of a sudden, 2 facehuggers go flying out from the doorway, rushing out towards Singleton and Holroyd. They get to make a sneak attack against each of you.
And you can end that smoothly.
So what I need from you guys is I need both of you to roll a d6 for me.
My leg.
Suck my leg! Don't suck my
6.
face!
Yes. A 6. Oh,
It's a
6s
pretty
are
good
bad.
Yep.
Sixes are bad. What'd you get, Holroyd? Holroyd, you got to roll 1 too. Yeah.
Oh,
One of them's jumping out
sure.
towards you. A D6.
I'm gonna roll a D6. I got a 2.
A 2. Okay, I'll do Holroyd's first. Skittering menace. The facehugger chooses its victim and scuttles towards them, causing them to suffer 1 stress and make an immediate panic roll. You do not panic, because you're synthetic.
Nice.
I feel like that should be a drinking game. Every time Michael says, "You do not panic, you are a synthetic." Take a shot.
Oh boy.
Let's not make that a drinking game. We don't want people to die.
That's true.
Now,
Holroyd, where are you?
for Singleton,
It's getting dark.
I've got some bad news for you. This one's called The Final Embrace.
Good.
Oh no!
The facehugger gets to its victim, acid burning through any respiration in the way. Roll an attack with 6 base dice. If it gets 1 or more successes, the victim is face-hugged and immediately broken.
Nice.
Holroyd, it's getting dark.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, so Holroyd, you're witnessing the door sliding open, and all of a sudden you see 2 things fly out. One of them just like skitters across your arm and up your shoulder, and you're just like looking at it. The other one, you turn and face Singleton, and one is like wrapped around her head tightly. You can see her go, and the tail of this creature wraps around her neck and squeezes tightly. Singleton falls and rolls down the boarding ramp of the vessel and comes to a halt as this thing is completely covering her face. You are considered broken, so roll a D66 for me.
I'm so close.
I'm not feeling good, Mr. Holroyd.
52. In the process, its tail accidentally cuts your arm artery. You can't use your left arm. And it is considered a fatal injury. If you don't receive medical attention in 5 to 10 minutes, you will die. Very good, Sig. I like your camera work there.
Help.
I can't. Can I?
So, Holroyd, you're the only one that can act in initiative.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just pull a card to you. There's your initiative card. And you can type that in the initiative order. And facehuggers have a speed of 2. So I'm going to grab 2 for the first one. And I'm going to I'm not gonna pull initiative for the one that's face hugging, because they would not let go.
Fair.
Can he take that off me by any chance?
I mean,
It's possible.
At this point,
He could
maybe.
certainly try.
It'd be possible, but would he? You waved a pistol at his face.
Yeah, that's also true.
But why would I know the code to get on the plane?
He is a synthetic, and synthetics are known to want to help humans at any cost. So,
Yeah.
there is that. What initiative did you get, Holroyd?
6.
6. Hey, so the
Hang on,
facehugger...
1, 2, 3, and 4.
So, facehugger goes before you, gets 1 turn. So I need you to roll a d6 for me. A 3.
3.
Tail lash. Lashes its tail at you. 5 base dice for the attack.
I'm gonna
1
resilient,
success.
try to mitigate it.
Oh,
Aww.
you do take 1 damage as it slashes across you.
Look at my history. I have not rolled a single success on this in like 4 hours.
Yeah, so that's going to bring us to your turn, Holroyd. What would you like to
I'm
do
gonna
on your
stab
turn?
it. I'm gonna stab it with a knife.
Go
So,
for it. Roll your close combat with your knife.
No bonus, so it's just that plus 2 damage.
Oh,
I'm being trolled right now. I'm pretty sure. Right now.
Roll20 does not like your account. It's just too quick. You're just trying to stab at it, and it just keeps on like leaping from shoulder to shoulder, like crawling all over you like a spider.
I'm going to use my fast action to get up to where Sig is.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
And that's
You
about
just
where
you
I'm
can just hear help. Help, help. Excellent. The other initiative count for the Facehugger. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Holroyd. Six. Do me a favor. I want you to roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
How about a 3?
Okay, it still goes after you. 6 base dice. It's going to try the same thing it tried against Singleton on you. So 6 base
Try to
dice.
face hug?
It's going to try to face hug you. No successes. It lunges towards you and skitters across the ground, unable to. You just like shift your head and dodge out of the way from the attack. That ends its turn. Bring us back to the top of the initiative, which is that same Facehugger again. So roll a d6 for me. 6.
How about another? Wait. Is it really?
Yeah,
It is another
another 6.
Yeah.
This time, it actually tries to face hug Sig,
No, my buddy.
God.
laying beside you. So 6 base dice. 1 success.
Oh,
Oh no.
And that counts, since you were already broken, that counts as another critical injury. I need you to go ahead and roll a d66 for me. Sig.
It's the same one.
Same one. It accidentally slashes your leg with its tail on the way by your other leg.
Oh my god.
And it's now and now you can't hear him screaming anymore because now it's just as this thing is wrapped around his face. Holroyd, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Are they both like being face hugged outside the ship right now, or?
Yeah, basically Singleton rolled down onto the floor outside of the vessel and is just laying on her back, just kind of unconscious with this thing stuck around her face. And Sig is also now motionless, but you can see there's a large puddle of blood forming beside his legs.
I'm gonna try to stab the facehugger off of Singleton.
Okay, so you're rushing up to Singleton, so that would be your fast action to rush up.
Yep.
Slow action to attack. Go ahead, make your attack roll. I'm going to say it is motionless. I'm going to give you a +2 mod on this attack because it is just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm still gonna roll a total of 9 zeros, right?
That's
Oh,
one hit.
One
One
We got
hit.
one
Let me
success.
see.
Okay.
It does have an armor rating of 2.
Total. So 1 success is 2 damage.
Is a knife
for the
armor
base
piercing?
damage of the knife.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't have the original knife.
No,
so
they don't. Okay.
No, it is not armor piercing.
So it was going to roll 2
It's
base
actually-
dice and does not get any successes. So you break through its armor. It does take knife is 2 damage.
2 damage.
2 damage. Okay, it does take 2 points of damage, and as you stab it, acid spews everywhere from the creature. Acid splash 4 plus the damage dealt, so it'd be 6 base dice.
Is that to both of us or just me?
To anybody within engaged range, so it'd be with you and Singleton. That's 1
Okay,
point of
so do I
acid
get one?
damage. So what that
Okay.
means is, Holroyd, your flesh starts to melt away from where this acid is pouring on you. It does do you can do resilience, I think.
I'm gonna resilient and
Okay.
not
And not get
Oh my
anything. And
I'm
Singleton.
sorry, my resilient circuits have been sucked out of my head from another alien.
Singleton, since you are considered broken, you suffer another critical injury. You can roll a d66
Okay, I'm
for
down
me.
to 0.
Yes, you
Okay.
roll a
Wait,
d66.
Critical. I had 1d6. 13.
A 13. Oh yeah,
Unlucky 13.
that's not so bad though. Crippling pain. Obviously, acid is going to cause
Okay.
crippling pain. Your stress level increases 1 step.
Is it already at 10 or?
My stress level?
Yeah, I imagine it's up there at this point.
No, it's. I've only taken a little stress. I've been running a lot away from a lot of things.
I think
You
all
can't-
of you had
you can't
less than
run
a
from your
5
sins,
stress
though.
except for me.
Yeah, I'm only at 3 stress because because of the small talk thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do me
Otherwise, I'd be
another.
at 5.
Do me another favor. You did 2 points of damage, so we need another D6 roll as a critical injury on this creature. Go ahead and make a D6 roll for me, Holroyd. A 1.
How about a 1?
Okay. The good news is that your attack disengaged the creature from the face hug, but it appears that Singleton is still broken. So in that regard, you're basically at 0 health, Singleton, and you're just kind of like a mumbling.
Okay.
You're barely conscious. And
Okay.
this creature rolls to the ground off its side and seems to curl up, like you've seen it do in the past.
I see the light.
What would you? What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to get the other one off Sig at this point.
Okay, so you're running up to Sig.
Yup, and I'm just trying. I'm doing my best.
Your knife attack.
Yup.
Okay, go for it. +2 mod.
Two successes.
All
He
right.
wants to help me more.
Let me roll the 2 armor.
Man's legs just fell off.
It does mitigate 1, but it'll still take 1 point. Well, it'll take
2.
yes. So it'll whatever the total damage would be, it'll subtract 1 from it. So
it'd be 3 total damage.
So it'd be 2 points of damage. Okay, so same thing. You stab into it, acid splashes again. So an additional 6d6. 1 point of acid to both you and to Sig. Sig, you must make an immediate critical injuries roll, d66. Oh,
63.
I'm dead.
63 is disemboweled.
Embowelment.
Instant death. So the acid just starts leaking all over Sig's unconscious body and just begins to just deteriorate all of his organs. And you hear a muffled screams. You mitigate the acid damage, okay? You hear muffled screams under the creature's as it eventually dislodges itself. Roll another d6 for me.
I wish I knew where these D6 buttons were. Exact.
2. All right. The creature kind of staggers off of Sig, and it looks like it's disoriented, but then kind of skitters and turns in your direction. And I'm gonna say, what would you like to do? We're kind of out of since there's only one of you left, we're out of like a fluid order here.
Well, he just melted.
Sig melted.
She is. So there's one more of these things that's alive. I'm gonna try to like finish off the last thing.
Okay.
And then like.
Yeah, it's
then
within
get,
engage range of you anyway, so if you wanted to try to attack it, you can.
Yeah. Let's see if we can. I got 1 success, so.
Okay. Yeah, let
2
me
points of damage.
see if it mitigates any with its armor. I'm gonna put a new one of these. So 2d6. Nope.
Yay!
So you slash it. It does get to make a. So that'd be how much damage? 2?
2.
So it will make a 6d6 acid splash against you. 1 point of acid damage that you can try to mitigate.
Alright, we're gonna try to mitigate it.
Nope.
I mitigate it.
But But you cut this thing in half as it goes to lunge at you one more time, and you slice it out of the air into 2 pieces. Some of the acid splashes onto you.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna drag. Does this ship have like a medical bay attached to it?
Yes, it does have a med bay inside.
All right, I'm gonna drag Singleton into the med bay.
The minute you go towards Singleton, you realize that that first one that you stabbed was playing possum and leaps out at you. Roll a d6 for me.
Oh my god.
3.
3. Facehugger attacks. What is that? Tail lash. 5 base dice as it tries to slash you with its tail. 1 success.
Oh, I gotta mitigate success. Come on. Oh, I did. All
Oh! So a tail slash does base damage 1. Yeah, so you don't take any damage. It tries to scratch at you, and you're able to avoid it. Your turn.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought these things would be dead by now. I succeeded.
All right, so you slash out with your knife. It does make a roll for armor. It does not mitigate, so that's 2 damage, and sprays more acid at you.
Damage.
1 point.
Come on, mitigate again.
Mitigate.
Let's go.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, you slash at this.
Is it still?
What's that?
Is it still engaged with Singleton too?
Oh, it is. Singleton.
Oh boy.
It's still engaged technically with you too. That's a good point.
Okay.
Roll another d66 for me as you take another point of damage.
Okay.
43. Oh boy, let's see what a 43 does. For some reason, it crushes your elbow.
Ow.
So basically,
It's gonna be great
I'm
pilot
assuming
wing.
the acid just like basically just soaks through your arm at that point and just renders all your tendons and things useless in that arm. Ugh.
Delicious.
Yes. Very brutal. Okay, Holroyd. It appears. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and make me a d6 roll for me.
It's a 6.
All right. Torn apart, instant death. So you mutilate this thing as it tries to jump at you.
Yeah, it pops again.
And then you start like stabbing it on the ground. You know, just no. You wouldn't do that because you're a synthetic. You don't lose your cool. So you just cut it into pieces. What do you do now?
Now I'm gonna try to drag Singleton up onto the into the med bay of the ship and close the door behind me.
Okay. As you get onto the ship, you close the door successfully. There is a calm and cool about the air within the ship. I'm going to change the music from that more upbeat combat stuff to something a little darker. Let's see what we got.
Somber
my
notes.
Actually, wait. Let's do, yeah, this. Or environmental. What do I have under environmental?
Aggressive drum and bass.
I like this. I like this. We'll keep this one. It sounds looming and except for the crows. There wouldn't be any crows here, but ignore that.
It could be the creaking of the ship.
As you get on the ship and you start to turn around, seeing Singleton basically unconscious down there, injured badly, you look around and you see there are a couple of human bodies laying unconscious on the floor in the vessel. You can also see that there are several what look to be 2-foot tall eggs. In here. All of which look like they are flowered open at the top.
Oh boy. How does the mother system work on these ships, or would this not have one?
This ship itself probably has computer systems on it, but it wouldn't be like a large vessel having like a. It wouldn't need a mother system on this ship. So.
Well.
Most of the time, ships like
So
this are linked to another larger vessel, and that mother usually controls whatever it would have. But you're not sure that there is even a ship within range, or no idea.
I think the best way forward would be to self-destruct the ship. Like there's too much here that this is such a lost cause that like taking taking out the ship right now might be the best course of action for like other people that might show up later.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the the front area and see if I can figure out how to rig it up to blow the core.
Okay. Make a Comtech roll.
Pick up my handy dandy USB drive of electronic tools. And it gets a +1 to that. And how many successes can I get? One success.
One success. You're able to do it if that's what you want to do. You can access the core, and it will. You have to put a countdown on it. The minimum countdown it'll allow you to put on it is a 5-minute countdown to self-destruct.
Would he kill me in the process, or am I already dead? I'm really confused about this death thing.
You can be healed if somebody makes a medical aid check on you.
Okay.
You are not technically dead yet.
Okay.
But like I said, within the next 10 minutes, because of your injuries,
yes,
you will pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of, he's like, Holroyd is kind of like processing all this, seeing the bodies, seeing the eggs and everything. It's just like, at this point has concluded that Singleton is probably also done for, and is just like gonna just set up a 5-minute timer for self-destruct the ship and just start walking away from the area.
Okay. Do you want to leave a communication behind that someone could pick up on?
Yes. If there's like a relay station that I can like relay, I will say Holroyd and.
Well, here I'll actually give you something to read, if you would like to.
Oh, outstanding.
So I'm gonna.
If there's something to read, I shall read it.
I'm gonna show to all players, but I would like you to read this and plug in the appropriate things where you see fit, as we are getting ready to sign off from this
all right.
scenario.
All right, so I will read it. This is the final report from Hadley's Hope. Holroyd reporting. The colony has been overrun by monsters. Of the 158 souls residing there, none have survived. The rest, well, I have no idea. I can only hope they were given the mercy of a quick death, but I doubt it. If you receive this message, do not attempt the rescue. Stay far away and inform the Colonial Marines as soon as you can. Only they can handle those monsters. This is Holroyd signing off.
And we catch a glimpse of Holroyd walking away from Hadley's Hope. You can see Hadley's Hope in the distance. And all of a sudden, this bright, illuminating light, it almost like an orb, just illuminates the sky behind Holroyd as Holroyd just continues to walk away with the explosion happening in the background. And that's where we end this game of Alien RPG.
That was so stressful.